Next, we drove down to the Harmony Borax Works and learned about one of the famous products to come out of Death Valley: borax.
Richard, can you tell us a little bit about the Harmony Borax Works?
Harmony Borax Works, those of you who are familiar with the ever-famous product, the 20-multine borax soap and all that, Boraxo, all came from here in 1883 to 1888. The borax wagons down there were 5 sets. They carried the processed ore from here, the borax, 2 weeks down to Mojave, and 2 weeks back with empty wagons, and refill up. This is where your borax came from, right here. And it was called Coleman City. You'll see some ruins up that way. The Chinese processed a lot of the borax out on the cotton ball flat out there.
Once we visited the Harmony Borax Works here in Death Valley, we noticed this natural gravel deposit, and we decided to climb to the top of it because Richard told us about a dump site where the old people of the community at Harmony Borax would dump their garbage. That location is right over there to behind me, towards my right. So behind me, we have the town of Furnace Creek, which is private property. And as what I noticed when I was looking out into this area right here, Furnace Creek, I do know, has a golf course, and they built that golf course to obviously, you know, provide some recreational activities for a lot of tourists that come here. But there's been a lot of controversy around that because there used to be a pretty diverse community of native vegetation, plant life, and also animals that come around here. And since they built that golf course, you allocate water resources to upkeeping that golf course. And because of that, a lot of the native vegetation would die off. And if you look out here, all this surrounding vegetation, which is surrounding the golf course, that's all introduced tamarisk plant. And tamarisk is really bad because it actually soaks up a lot of the salt from the earth and stores it and accumulates it in its leaves. And that is supposed to be a natural defense against any other plant that would be growing in its area, because it'll drop those leaves, essentially salting the earth, not allowing anything else to grow around it. So that's what it's doing here too. And it's highly invasive, and it basically pushes out and outcompetes a lot of native vegetation for water resources.